Marty, and this is Sewing Nerd Confessions. Today is Friday, so it's another hashtag Friday Sew. Thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for developing the hashtag Friday Sews so that we can all feel a little bit more like a community and talk a little bit about life along with our sewing. Today, I'm going to start off with life. So if any of you are following me with my creative upcycling series where I kind of go deep into my brain and I show you guys step by step what I'm thinking, why I do what I do when I do my jackets and creative upcycle jackets and projects. It's not a sew along, but it's a fun little watch Marty get creative. I happen to be doing a jacket, but you don't have to. I did miss my Wednesday video. That's part of my creative upcycling series. I've been a little under the weather. I ended up having shingles this last week and a half. So you can imagine, it really knocked me out. I was pretty much worthless for about a week and a half. So I didn't get a lot of things done that I had committed to or wanted to. So that video, I'm editing it right now. I have a little more to film. It's gonna be really fun because we're getting into some of those really creative details that just make it so special. So that's coming on Sunday. And another thing I missed was this sewing boat challenge. I'm still gonna do it. Hopefully I will get it done this weekend. And because I still want to post it and I still think I could get a lot of use out of what I'm going to make. So that's going to come, I won't post a video about that until about a week or two from now, but I do need to post it on Instagram, my finished make. So, you know, just trying to catch up. Oh, July challenge. I'm really excited about this challenge because it's going to kind of stretch my creativity a little bit. And there is a challenge put on by Sew Over 50, yes. And it is a color block challenge. It's in the month of July, and you use solid colors to color block a garment. And I kind of, you know, on my lunch hour today, I went on Pinterest and I created a folder in Pinterest so that I could put some color blocking ideas in there and just see, you know, what the fashion world is doing and what streetwear is doing with color blocking. And it's actually coming back a little bit this year. So I have some interesting things to share with you. I will also link below my Pinterest folder that is color blocking so that you could go check out what I found. I don't have a lot in there because I just did it today, but I am going to show a few pictures. So let me pull that up. And yeah, I tell you what, I'm ready for this challenge. Solid colors, no prints, and I do like that. I wear a lot of solids. But to be honest, when I buy fabrics, I buy the prints because they're so enticing. So I actually don't even have solids that I want to use for this challenge. So tomorrow I'm going thrifting with a sewing buddy, and I'm going to try to find 3 different colors that I would like to use in color blocking. Now, I also watched a video today of somebody that I follow on YouTube, and I will post a link to her as well. It was all about color blocking, and she was very informative. I'm not going to get into a lot of the nitty-gritty because she was so informative. It's like I don't want to repeat everything she said, but one of the things that I didn't actually know was that color blocking came from the 60s, and Yves Saint Laurent on the runway did this Pierre Mondrian painting. It's very contemporary and it's all color blocked, the painting is. And he did a dress to represent that artist. And it's very iconic. I'll post a picture so that you guys, when you see it, you'll be like, yeah, I've seen that before. But it's a really good example of color blocking and how it can really work well. I don't recall her name, but this particular lady, when she was talking about color blocking, I really enjoyed it because she got into styling. She got into the artistic color. She got into using colors that are good for you, that are your season. She even mentioned that. And I have had my colors done. I'm a moonlit summer, and I do believe in some colors will enhance you more than others and really kind of bring out your beauty and your skin tone, your hair color, your eyes. And she talked about all of that. She said, just because you have your colors done and you've analyzed that doesn't mean that you eliminate colors. What it means is that you get the right shade, the right tint for your skin tone, which will bring out your beauty. And I agree with that. I think that, I've never worn yellow ever because I just didn't think I could. And there is a yellow in my colors, and it's a very kind of pale lemony yellow, almost, if you can believe it or not, a cool yellow. And I'm gonna try to wear that at some point because why not? I mean, I didn't think I could wear yellow, so definitely gonna try it. But I've just found it really fascinating. She talked about combining color blocking and how to start color blocking. And one of the things that she said on how to start color blocking, if you're unsure, is you get a garment that actually is already color blocked before you start adding a lot of colors. And another thing she said was some of the colors, if you color block, are too intense, and so you can water down that intensity with a neutral. And I found everything that she was saying I agreed with, and I thought it was right on point and very well spoken. So I am going to link her video down below so that if you want to go check it out and you want to find out, what is color blocking in 2022 like. She's talks about fashion a lot. So it was really interesting to hear it from a fashion perspective. I really appreciated that. All right. Let's get into it. I kind of categorize these, so that's what I want to chat about. So if you've never done color blocking before, the easiest way to do color blocking is to take the garment, the pattern, and take the seams that are already there and just use those to create a different color. So for example, this dress, this black and white dress, okay, I'm just gonna put pictures up. Okay, so use the seams that are already there. So for example, this black and white dress, it is very simple if you look at the lines of it. A lot of times if it's a top or a dress and it has a seam down the front, that's perfect because you can do a very simple color blocking with two colors. There's another dress on here that takes the bodice, and it's a red bodice with a khaki colored skirt. That's also very simple, very easy, very beginner friendly for color blocking. What do I want to say? Words are hard. Yeah, another really popular pattern right now is the ones that have the ruffles going down the dress. You could take each ruffle and do a different color. You're using the seams that are already in the pattern. You don't have to recreate the pattern. So that can work. Another thing I think would be interesting, I've seen a lot of t-shirts that are color blocked, but if you took a structured shirt, with the collar and the pocket and the cuffs, and you did that in color blocking, you can go crazy, but I would keep the tone of the color really similar. So if you do all pastels, or if you do half pastels and half brights. So you need to blend it up a little bit and have it make sense. A lot of times when you use I've seen 3 colors look really good with color blocking. But if it's a very simple design, 2 colors look great. So you can go a little crazy, but if you're just dipping your toe into it, I suggest keeping it simple, doing something kind of fun. Oh, and by the way, Sew Over 50 Challenge in July, the color blocking challenge, is open to everyone. You do not have to be 50 or above to enter into that challenge. One of the things that I personally would probably do if I was gonna try a color blocking that was a little more advanced and I didn't want to have to think too hard, I think I would actually put the fabrics together and sew them together, press the fabric, and then I would lay the pattern out and move it around and see where I wanted. And then I wouldn't have to split the pattern, add the seam, hope it worked out. You know how that can go, because different weaves are going to stretch at different rates. And especially if you're doing a curved seam and adding that, you're gonna get on the bias. So you wanna kind of be conscientious of that, and you don't always have to do it, but it is better to have like open weaves with open weaves, tighter weaves with tighter weaves, and keep that a little bit consistent. It is a little bit better doing that because you're going to have your garments going to stretch at different rates and it might wrinkle at the seams. So just be aware of that. All right, glasses on again. Here I go. All right. Okay, so some of the other kind of intermediate designs, I'm going to put those up now, and you know, that's where it gets a little tricky. There's this one sheath dress. It looks like it's from the 60s or 70s, 60s. And it's got, you know, a little seam, but it's curved. And then the bottom seam, that's easy, it's straight. But when you get into a little bit of curved seams, that's where it's gonna get a little bit tricky. Or maybe there's a triangle with a different color in it. Now all you quilters out there, you're gonna have an advantage because you're just putting pieces together. So, but I really enjoyed seeing some of these shirts that were like cropped and they had a different pocket and a different, like white on this side, cream on this side, a blue pocket, a dark blue collar. There's some really cute ideas that I hope you get inspired by from what I'm posting. I'm gonna put some bright colors, I'm gonna put some black and whites up here so you can kind of see a whole range. And then there's some that are a little more complicated. Now, these are gonna take a little while. I would start this early if I were you, if you wanted to do this for the challenge. But there's one white shirt that I think is really interesting. It's just a short, like a camp, well, not really camp style, because it buttons all the way up, but they did a blue band in the middle, and then on either side of that was a black, and then it was white, and then the black comes here and here, and there's covered buttons in the center, and those are blue as well. That's not too bad, actually, but it's a little bit tricky. So there's some that have beautiful curves for the seam. There's some zigzag patterns, and there's one that's very dressy, very, very dressy, and it has like a curved seam and some ruffles too. And I don't know, maybe that would be easier because the ruffles would hide the seam. I've not made anything like that. And then there's some where the little godets at the bottom of the dress are different colors. So I actually found some patterns that I think could be interesting as well. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, I'm excited about this. All right, so I looked at a few different pattern companies. I did not look at the big four. I think that you can go online and look at that, and if that's all you sew, you can probably find some similar. But I gotta tell you, Style Arc had several styles that were amazing for color blocking. And I'm gonna list them off. There's a woven t-shirt that is called the Joan woven top. It's a little V-neck. It has a really nice deep hem, so it's gonna lay good. A little grown-on sleeve. That one has a seam down the center. Perfect for color blocking. And then I really like this shirt. I've seen it before. I've almost bought it a couple times, and I will end up buying it eventually. It's called the Martha Overshirt. I'm going to show you a picture of the back detail, but the seaming is really interesting on that. You know how you've got like, on the back of the shirt, sometimes you'll have a seam across the top. This one has a seam across the top, and then it dips down, and that whole piece is like grown on sleeve, and that back, whatever that's called. I can't think today. What's new? Okay. They also had some outerwear that had that. I actually have this pattern called the Mickey Cape, and I thrifted a cashmere coat, and it was very 80s, very big. I think it might have even been a men's coat, and it's gray, charcoal gray, surprise, surprise. And I'm actually gonna use this pattern, the Mickey Cape, and do something with that before this winter. And then there was this really, really cute, it's called the Quinn. There was this adorable woven top, and it's called the Quinn, and they actually did the seaming for you so that you can do color blocking. And I just think that's brilliant. I have this pattern. It's called the Kennedy Hooded Top, and it is a knit. For some reason when I bought it, I was thinking, oh, I've got ripstop fabric. My friend has a boat. I was thinking if I ever go out on this boat, this would be perfect. And it's a knit pattern. So I'm gonna experiment with it. I might use it anyway. Maybe make it a little more oversized, but it's a hooded top, and it has a big like kangaroo pocket with a flap on it. But there's a lot of opportunities for color blocking on that one. This one, I think, is a little bit older pattern, and it's also style art. It's called the Tamara Knit Top. It has some seams. Let me tell you, it can also be woven. It says stretch woven or knit. So if you do a stretch woven on this, but it kind of reminds me of Star Trek, just a little bit. But really great opportunity for a beautiful two-colored color blocking. And then there's Avery tunic top, and there's a woven scarlet top, and a knit and woven Annika top. And then there's another one that has some really interesting curved seams here and a seam down here, and then a really high like raglan sleeve, and that one's called the Amber Woven Blouse. I think it's also a little bit older pattern, but what it does is it gives you that elevated color blocking without you having to figure it out. So you get to take advantage of the pattern already being there and already having the separate seams. So Papercut Patterns has one of those dresses I was talking about with the layers of ruffles, and it would be amazing. I love the top on it. It has not super skinny straps, but not wide, and has a very nice square neckline that's rounded off in the corner with pockets. So I'm gonna show you that right now. I don't remember the name of it. And then Peppermint Magazine has some patterns too, and they're free. They have a 50s style prom dress, and it doesn't have good days, but if you really wanted to, not me, but if you really wanted to, you could measure out the pleats. So it's like a fit and flare. So the bodice is more fitted, and then the skirt flares out, and there's a seam at the waist, and it's pleated with pretty nice size pleats. Well, if you measured that out, you could do seams, and so where the pleats would show like a dark color, and then when it goes underneath, it could be light, and it could look very much like the Godet, very fancy without being fancy with your color blocking and all the pattern drafting that you would have to do to make that work. Peppermint Magazine also had a really cute little woven top. It's called the Mag Boxy Top. I will correct that if I don't have that right. But it has the seam up here with the grown on short sleeves, and then it also has a band on the bottom. So you could do 3 different colors on that. I think it would be really interesting to do like an ombre, to maybe do navy on the bottom, maybe a smoky blue, and then a little bit medium or medium to light blue on top. I think it would be really pretty. Then I'm going to go to Love Notions. Love Notions has quite a few knit tops and dresses that you could do color blocking with. And so because they have some interesting seaming where they like start here, like it's going to be a princess seam, but then it goes, you know, a little more tapered. The title top and dress is one of those that I was thinking of. I fell in love with this dress from Grainline Studios. They don't have a lot, but this dress would look awesome with color blocking. It is called the Felix dress. They did it in a stripe. Now this particular challenge is for solids only. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could do 5 different colors just on the front with the seaming, and it's very interesting. It has the V-neck, it has a wide band on each side. It's sleeveless, but the seaming that's real interesting under the bust goes like this. It's like an arch. And I just love that. I think it's beautiful. Oh, and I mean, a raglan t-shirt or a sweatshirt for sure. That's like a no-brainer. You think about a, you know, like a baseball shirt. They do color blocking all the time. Oh, and I also thought that the Gilbert top from Helen's Closet would be super cute because it's like a camp shirt with the open collar, open notch collar, short sleeves, a button down with a little tie in the front. You could do one side, it has a little pocket. There's a lot of potential there. Friday Pattern Company, they have the Arrula track jacket. This is so cute. When I first saw this, I thought it's so cute. I haven't made it yet. I don't even have the pattern yet, but probably will get the pattern someday because I really do like the way that it's very fitted, but it looks super comfy. And they show color blocking on the image. So one, they used white band, white zipper, and then they did like an orange and then a melon color. It's really cute. Berta Style magazine from February of this year. There's a blouse, and it's real similar to, like I was talking about, the Godets being different colors. They have this beautiful cream style blouse, and then they did a hot pink. So this has like a pleat. Is that what they call it? Is it a pleat? It's an inverted pleat. That's what it's called. And in the inside, it's hot pink, and it's very striking. So I'll list that as well. And also there's another Berta dress from June of 2022, and they've color blocked that as well. Very cute. Okay, so the one that I'm kind of thinking of is this navy khaki white combination. I know that sounds boring, but you know me, this is a lot of color for me. But I love it. It's so classic. I just think it would be really cool to make something out of that color combination. So that's probably what I'm going to do, but I don't know yet because I have to get the fabric. So I'm going to show you a few really intricate ones now. I don't know if anybody's up for that challenge, for this particular color blocking challenge, but there's a beautiful vintage dress that is 3 different shades of green. I just think it's lovely. There is a very formal looking dress that has the most beautiful skirt on it. And they have used the dark teal, kind of a seafoam green, greenish blue, and then this beautiful blush pink. Very, very pretty. Okay, I guess that's enough exploring for today on my Pinterest. My iPad's about ready to run out of juice, and it's Friday night. So thanks for coming along with me today in my imagination and exploring what I'm going to be doing on my next sewing challenge. I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope you guys have a great weekend, and I know that some of us have a long weekend, and that's going to be wonderful. Be brave, do something creative, and just have fun with your sewing. Don't let those obligations get to you. You know what to do. Confess your seams down below. Bye.